Alright people, it's Vandel and Crisis Edge, and we're gonna do a breakdown of the BlazBlue Central Fiction trailer.
Wonderful name. The best name.
Yo, it's the best name ever. I don't know what you're talking about. Central Fiction, at least they kept the C's.
Yes, exactly. They kept their trend of BBC, insert letter. I just feel like there's a way better name they could have used. It's somewhere out there.
Yeah.
They didn't use it, they used this. It sounds like a place in the library you would find Harry Potter books. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
This trailer is being played in 2.5.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be in 0.2.5 yet. Or actually what you can do is just skip ahead to like the 30-second mark. And that'll skip ahead, skip all of this floating mirror nonsense.
Alright, so we're just gonna get right into it.
Yeah,
so...
just get to the action.
Here we go. Too much! Alright, we're gonna go back a little bit. Alright,
so this should be perfect.
And what do we have? What's the first thing that we see?
So, the first thing we're gonna see.
Whoa!
New moves.
Okay.
So many new moves that I just saw something I've never even seen, and I've watched this trailer like 15 times today.
Wait, there was some Tager shit in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna
That's amazing. Alright, this should be good. Alright, so we're gonna mash on the space bar. You'll see this pause and play pop up. Yo, that's perfectly fine. This is how you get the shots. This is how you do it. Alright.
Okay.
So, judging by the background, this is obviously a new super.
Word.
This is super new.
I never saw this till just right now, but
yeah.
Shit went too fast. But yeah, it looks like Tager's like doing his electric green.
Alright, so Tager clearly robbed Blanca. That's gonna be a trend. There's at least one more character who steals a move from Street Fighter.
Oh.
So Tager stole Blanca's move, so he's mashing electricity right now.
Yeah, and bullets getting hit.
Yeah. And just the first thing I wanted to notice, like this is the first time we're seeing it. We have a new UI, we have the new HUD.
Oh man. Alright, finish speaking so I can speak. On this point,
it's like, yo, go for it.
Yo, alright, so as if you've played BlazBlue long enough, you know that there's like some sort of style to BlazBlue and how they come correct. I don't believe that. I would like to hope at least that this is not the final product in their UI design, because I think it's way too basic. It's missing a lot of things. If we look at the like health bar, maybe I'll put a picture in, I don't know, showing like the comparisons of like different HUDs, but it's too basic. The yellow bar is too simplistic. I feel like they could have done more with it. It's not so bad, like I've looked at it a few times and it's growing on me, but it's definitely something that needs to change. Also, another thing I don't like is the super bar. It's too boxy. Like I can't even put my words together because
that's all there really is to it. It's too simple. Everything is too straight line. It's like even the numbers for the combo counter, that 24, that 2 looks like a Z. Yeah. Like that's a really weird looking 2. Yeah. It's like there's just too many straight lines. Everything's too pointed at the edges.
Yeah.
And it gives it a really weird feel.
Yeah.
One thing I do like is what they did with the portraits in the corner. I like the new portraits, even though I feel like Tager's portrait really doesn't fit his personality. Tager gets worked up, but Tager does not get so angry to have a vein pop up from his head 24/7 when he's in a fight.
Yo, look like the mean Tengu man. That nose.
And then a trend that we're gonna see throughout this trailer is if you look at Tager's burst icon, there's a 3 on it. We have no idea what that 3 means, but it's like there will be other things that we'll use later in this trailer to try and make up a hypothesis as to what that could be.
Yeah, so my conclusion on it, just wrapping up this part about the UI, is just I hope it changes, but if it doesn't, it'll just grow on me like the rest of them. So let's move on.
Alright, just hold that space bar, because right here, we just actually skipped it. It's fine. We don't need to stress to go back to 1 second. Really quickly, new Mew 12 Super looks insane. Lightning striking from above.
Word.
That's gonna be super cool.
Yeah. Oh, this now we're gonna go, I guess, into Celica's new super.
Right. So a lot of people have like new distortions. Whether or not they're overdrive versions or not, can't really tell. I would assume not, because a lot of the times you see this, their overdrive is already out, as opposed to draining. So it's probably not an overdrive version.
But you know what? Oh wait, that's something we'll talk about later. But
right. I know where you're going.
Yeah.
We'll get to that when the video shows it. Just in general, Cool looking super. I like that Minerva's plugged into the empty space on like the floating wall back there.
Yo, she's tapping into like the energy of the
She's
world.
tapping into the energy of the boundary.
Oh.
And also, nothing like getting hurt by a drill that's behind you.
Yo, we're gonna point out all of the times it's either behind you or in front of you.
Nobody gets pierced. They just get scraped.
He's just like, oh, the drill's right next to me. Oh, it's behind me. Oh. Okay, moving on.
All right, pause it.
Oh yeah.
This is like the next big thing. You could go ahead.
Okay. Too fast. All right, let's go back. Okay, we'll just.
When you're in overdrive, you have that counter in the corner. It tells you how much time you have left, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like nobody is gonna tailor their combo based on having 2.76 seconds left. But maybe the top players will know I got 2.76 seconds left. I can squeeze out one more move.
Yeah,
but it's a nice touch.
Because there have been times like where I'm in overdrive and I'm like, how much time do I really have?
Yeah, but so it'll be interesting for people to learn not only how much overdrive they got, but how long their combo is.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Anything?
Actually, pause it. I never noticed this. I don't know if it has anything to do with anything. Look at Mew's burst. It has this really weird purple around it. Huh. That's super different. I don't think we've seen that anywhere else in the show so far.
Word. I'm just seeing it for the first time too. I wonder, does that mean she's unlimited or no? She's not glowing in the thing, so I don't know.
That's really interesting.
All right,
let's see.
Anything else that might show that she's no?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything indicating anything. And it's flashing, and it did like a weird pulse at the end. That was odd.
Yeah.
This is Extreme Hit Spark.
Word.
For Asriel's new Distortion.
He's just flashing everywhere.
He got teleports.
Word.
He doesn't teleport just horizontally. Now he goes vertically with this super.
Word. And this punch actually looks like it's kind of connecting. Yeah.
It kind of looks like it went past his hip, but
it's okay.
It's better.
It's better than a drill going to the side. All right.
And again, we keep the trend of having this floating 3 above people's bars.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like weird. A 2.
And then you also see there's a lot of new stages in this game.
Yeah.
Being that this is the next main series game, the story progresses, we get some new locations, so that's cool. It almost looks like a Shinra company in the back of Final Fantasy VII.
And Jin's super.
Right, new Distortion. Again, it's had the 3 before it started, so can't tell if this is necessarily overdrive or not.
Yeah.
This animation is clearly, however, stolen from his Astral, which does pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, but maybe it might be overdrive.
That's the problem. It could be overdrive because right now, this is, in super beta. The UI could just not be fully functional. It could be, they're still working on it.
Yeah. I wonder really that 3. Okay, moving on. Alright. Beat Fantasy. Noel's old super.
Now, pause it. If you actually noticed, the 3, while she was getting hit, Tsubaki's 3 for her burst actually turned into a 4. And she got a couple of notches on her overdrive, the blue circle that fills up to give you back your burst. It went up with the hits and turned into a 4. So, little more, get hit, boom, and then it turns to a 4. So that could be indicative of maybe like sections. Sections are seconds.
Yeah,
it's like
because I'm thinking like maybe if it does come back, and since her life is so low, it might actually make her overdrive longer when it comes back. But I don't know.
Well, overdrive duration is already related to health. It'll already be longer based on health. But this is just the burst coming back in general.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that the 4 would relate to the seconds, like showing the number, but that seems also kind of weird too. Why would you show that you'd have 4 seconds when your thing comes back? So,
and not only that, but 4 seconds, you can't give a specific time because depending on what you do, your burst comes back faster or slower. Yeah. If you start attacking or getting attacked, it'll come back faster. If you're standing there doing nothing, it won't come back as fast. So that can't necessarily be 4 seconds because that's pretty fast for that to refill.
Yeah.
Unless they changed it.
True. Alright.
Because there's plenty of new stuff in this game as we're seeing with all these new moves and stuff.
Oh. Okay.
It's like this is just the overdrive version.
Okay.
It's like same super we've seen. We get to see some new portraits and stuff.
Oh wait, but he has that
the purple.
Yeah.
I actually just noticed it. which means that maybe
it's related to no, because Mew wasn't in overdrive, so
right. She was being hit this time. Terami's doing the hit, and he has the purple everywhere.
All right,
interesting.
Okay.
Well, all right. So new Izayoi super flashy, super bright.
Lots of feathers. Look at that back.
Yeah, she's covering up that ass though. You got enough of that with Mew. You don't need it from Izayoi.
Okay. Anything else?
It's like, nah, that's pretty much it for that. Just a nice new super. This is just normal stuff. That is a perfect freeze frame of Makoto's ass because Izayoi covered it up. So we'll actually get into Makoto's new move when they go into like the character section. But it's all pretty normal. That's a new aerial move for Ragna.
Yeah.
So bringing him down, keeping him on the ground, and then follow up from the overdrive version of his form, the Blood King.
Okay.
And then we just have some mirrors and some kanji or katakana, some form of Japanese that I don't speak.
Yup, and some words that may or may not be real.
These may just be made up words, part of the central fiction.
Central fiction!
Oh my god, central fiction! Wow. What a name.
Yeah, it's got.
Alright, so yeah, then we get the new art. I'm a fan of this art. I kind of wish that like this art was used for the anime.
That would have been nice.
Like if the anime was a little more stylized.
Yeah, but I do like it.
We're not gonna talk about the anime. This is for the trailer.
We will not talk about that. Okay.
It looks cool. We get some, quick gameplay of all the characters. So we'll start off with some Ragnar gameplay. More new stages, looking really, really cool, really different from what we've seen so far.
Word.
We get to see the aerial move again,
and some life drain,
blood cane and all that.
Oh.
New super, which this now pause it. If you noticed, you can actually go back a little. When he activated the super, he was in overdrive, so you can start from there. Yeah, there you go. Now, if you look right now, that move just connected. He has less than 50 meters, so we can assume that that hit is the first hit of the super. He's currently in overdrive. And now the super flash happens, and boom, his overdrive instantly stops and puts him in this 3 form. Which really makes me feel like the UI is just not finished and they're still working on at least the functionality of it. Look-wise, it may stay like this, but I still feel like it's not acting the way it'll act in the actual game.
It's mysterious 3.
Yeah, that 3 is the mystery right there.
Alright.
But the super itself is pretty cool. I wonder if that first hit is overhead. That'd be pretty cool.
I wonder. Was he crashing? But no, he was already hit.
Ragnar has enough overhead as it is.
And we got
first new character.
Dun dun dun.
Plenty of people wanted him. You already know who it is if you played the story mode from Chrono Phantasma.
Yep.
Kagura's assistant. Hibiki.
So let's go down into his. I'll let it go.
Alright, so first things with that, he's like playing. He got that ninja style, that Yosuke, that Seth. Teleports, multiple forms, shadow clones.
Word.
The mix-up speaks for itself. It's like Makoto's move.
Yeah.
But because he's not Makoto, it'll probably be better.
Okay.
And he did it into a dropkick, which is probably an overhead. The fact that he has 2 solid forms of himself on the same screen, pretty cool. It's like super speculation. It'd be cool if the form that's in front of Jin right now, if there's 2 versions and then one of them could be a feint.
Oh, damn. Then it would be
the mix-up would be so crazy.
You're like, yo, is that him? Is that not him? How would you know? You would never know. You'd be like, yo, block? No block. Don't block. Hit. Block. Okay.
But very cool character. Very interesting looking design. He's gonna be super fun to play against and with.
Oh, wait, what? He became that character. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, he poofed out after the hit happened, which makes me wonder if there's a possibility that he can choose to not become that clone.
That's something. All right, and we have a super from him here.
Pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of it. Now we have the new character.
Yes.
Very excited. This is a character from one of the BlazBlue mangas. I believe it's called the Blood Edge Experience. Personally, haven't read it. Obviously, you're gonna go, look on the wiki and get his backstory.
Yeah.
But very interesting character. we'll point out some things.
Yeah, definitely.
He has sort of like a Dead Man Wonderland, Carmine from Undernight kind of look to him with all of this like red blood going on.
Oh yeah, it kind of looks like Ragnar when he's like opening his gauntlet or whatever.
Yeah, like the pose with the hand and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, really cool. And then he's obviously charging this.
Yeah.
Big looking sword weapon.
And
then waits and then throws it out. That is a Uniel move if I've ever seen one. Like, he is definitely BlazBlue's answer to Carmine. Hopefully, he doesn't lose health like Carmine did. Time will tell. But
yeah,
really cool looking move.
I'm very excited for this character.
He sort of looks pretty like, I don't want to say generic, but he looks super anime and like he doesn't look like a BlazBlue character. But that almost makes him cooler. Like,
yeah, he like I think that's why I thought of Uniel when I see him, because his character design reminds me of some of the characters in there.
Yeah,
but he has his clothes bring him back into BlazBlue because he's got some. Yeah, I think he got some belts and he's got like some other. He's got some other things going on that.
Yeah, he's got some like flair in his design, definitely.
Yeah.
And nice looking uppercut.
Word.
And what a swag looking neutral pose. Like, he's ready.
Yeah. All right. So this character, I'm very excited to play.
This is a male bullet fused with Makoto.
Yeah. There we go.
That's what that is. And then,
oh yeah.
Again, we didn't read the manga, so we don't know what his powers are, what his abilities and his story is. Don't know if this is like maybe a color 2. It looks to be the same color for his clothes, so it seems as though his hair changes white during his super.
Yeah.
Interesting to note.
So we'll see what happens. But we don't. I wish we got to see more. Oh, and then he brings down the axe. Let's get it. Moving on. All right, we got returning characters. We got
Noel and Jin. Blonde hair, green eyes.
Word. All right, Jin.
All right. Seeing pretty much the same stuff right there. That was new. That sort of looks more like Kai's Jump Dust. So you don't know about Guilty Gear.
No.
If you played Guilty Gear, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's like, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
And then they did a real quick cut.
Ice car into. Oh.
And then we get one of Noel's new moves.
Toro, kill that Toro.
We get that high profile jump over the lows.
Word.
That was cool. And then this is what we've already seen in past games, but they added a whole lot of flair to the shot.
Yeah. Constantly looking. We got Rachel, we got Hazama coming in.
We gotta check ourselves. We're watching this for like the 15th time. We're still noticing new stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much in this trailer. Actually, one thing. If you look at Rachel's meter, her wind gauge is the same as always been.
Yeah.
Hazama has the Ouroboros icon, but he doesn't have a number next to it. He doesn't have the green bar. Like, he has nothing next to it. Just more things that make me feel like this UI isn't done, like, having all of the final touches being put on.
Yeah.
And there we were actually able to see
Rachel
dropped a little cross, it hit the ground, opened up into this like mini casket and released bats.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Hazam's new move.
Right, Hazam's new move, add on the stagger without having to do the command grab.
Yeah.
And new super.
Yeah. Oh snap.
Just Hazama and Terumi, they're all about the troll. They're all about bullying and beating people up.
Alright, everybody's hands and eyes. Okay.
And then we get the CP characters.
Why isn't Bullet here?
Yeah, and then we get New, who should have, like, it should be Bullet here, instead we get New. Weird, but it works. Everyone else is the CP characters.
Alright, moving on.
Get a good look at that artwork for everybody.
Oh.
Mew's new move. It's like, Izuri blocked the crouching, so the satellite's falling clearly on an overhead, but it's still locked down.
Yeah.
That's good enough. That's something, and that's pretty cool.
So we're looking at Izuri with the super air.
Yeah, her normal teleports. Really cool looking stage. It's like an Exurg sort of feeling to the Coliseum stage.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really cool. This is gonna be a fun stage. And right here we get new move, big giant fan.
Smack. Eat that.
And win. Whether or not that'll be any good, I don't know.
This reminds me of from Street Fighter. Well, just this one pose. Adon.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely an Adon move. It'll probably be a good anti-air like Adon. I'm just curious to see if it has any invincibility, because that'd be crazy.
Word.
And then bring him down for the hard knockdown. Or not. They could be a follow-up because they cut it, so who knows?
Yeah. Now we got the next Lychee, Taokaka, Bang, and Arakune.
We're keeping the classic characters, more CT people.
Yeah.
Originals. We got Arakune with that command grab looking move. Or actually, rewind, that could have actually been a counter. That would be interesting. Let's see.
Alright, rewind.
It actually looks like he was in a pose and Lychee attacked him, so I think that might actually be a counter. And then the spider comes and puts him in like the ball.
Huh.
Which, if that is the case, that's really interesting.
It is. Okay, here we go, Lychee.
And send them up in the air, which is cool. It sends them up in the air and the staff follows them, so that gives you good, staff setup and positions.
Word. Alright, we got Taokaka.
Normal Tao stuff.
Yeah.
The notable thing is this new move here of Tao's and Bang's new ability.
Boom! And wait for it. No clothes.
No clothes and an explosion, which didn't hurt him.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And now he has his pants back on, so he's slowly getting redressed.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Alright, now we got.
If you want to like get them off of you as Bang, so you can go play your air game with your nails. Really cool.
Tsubaki, Makoto, and Lambda. What you got?
Alright. Boom. First thing. Keep your eye above New's head. Look at that portal and just wait for it.
1, 2, and boom.
As she's dashing to do her forward teleport, the sword is flying out. That's so cool.
Word.
That's so scary. But it's probably not an overhead, so it's probably not too crazy.
Okay.
New forward going move with Lambda,
where
dashing into the kick into like an aerial DP.
Yo, Makoto ready to give the
she's
wind up.
She's about to pitch the only fastball, except instead of a baseball, she's about to punch Tsubaki.
And Tsubaki's like, the sun is in my face.
The sun is in Tsubaki's eyes right now. She needs some shade, even though she's going blind, but that's irrelevant. Whoa. Tsubaki is actually back in her original color. Didn't even notice that.
Oh shit!
And this is a new version of Tsubaki's stage from Continuum Shift.
Oh my god! And I've been wondering this for the longest.
Yeah.
I've been wondering when they're gonna give her color back.
Wow, interesting. Never even noticed that. There's so much in this trailer. Hard punch.
Anything?
We didn't actually. Hold on, rewind. I want to confirm something real quick. I don't think Makoto's charge gauge was there. Her level 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Just again, a million and one different. What? Damn.
Yeah.
That's so gay.
So let's keep going.
All right. So we're gonna keep going and talk to ourselves now. Super cool. We have no there's clearly no proof that the UI is done. There's clearly things that need to be worked on.
Yeah.
But the move is cool. Hard punch into the wall bounce, so she could probably follow it up. And Tsubaki's new move.
Yeah, bring him down.
There seems to be a lot of people who are getting follow-ups that just ground you, so you get a lot of hard knockdowns.
Yeah.
Assuming they're hard knockdowns, they could just be like force tech when they hit the ground, but either way, it's a good, people are getting moves to keep people on the ground.
Yeah. Okay, moving on, and what is it? Valkenheim, Relius, Carl, and Platinum. So, right here.
Wonderful. New overhead. Valve's new overhead. Doesn't look super fast, but it clearly recovers fast enough for him to combo into Wolf Mode normals. And anything that helps Valve get started in Wolf Mode is an incredibly good tool for him and incredibly bad tool for his opponent.
Yep.
And also, if we look here, Makoto. Platinum. Too many characters. Platinum. New move. Heart car on the floor.
Ooh, that's nice.
Looks really similar to Kagura's 2DB, where he slides on the floor.
Yeah.
And Platinum also has a new item.
Right.
Which is a halo with some wings on it.
Yeah.
Which, who knows what that can be. But assuming the UI clearly isn't working for everything, this heart car could be the item. Or the item could be something different. So we'll have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. Oh, and we have Carl in this ability.
We have the father-son combo. New overhead. Got some forward distance on it.
Yeah, he hopped.
And it has a ground bounce on it. That's cool. was able to combo into some stuff. And Relius's command grab, super fast.
Word.
Watch the trailer and like regular speed, and she just shoots out and grabs you.
Okay, just pointing out, this drill is in front of him, and it's just drilling him on the side.
And it's just like rubbing his neck a little bit with the drill.
Word. Alright. Damn. Alright, now we got Tengu Tager, we got Kokonoe, Hakumen, and finally Bullet!
Yeah, Bullet, who should have been like 3 groups ago,
Word.
is just randomly here. Like, although you can call this a like Sector 7 group.
Yeah, and I think it's just basically based off of who's gonna be in this trailer part, showing off moves, who versus each other and whatnot.
Yeah.
But they just love putting Bullet and Taker together. Whoa.
So, yeah. Hakumen move. It doesn't appear as though it used meter. Like, his meters didn't seem like it was being used just then. So, this could be a command move. It could be a follow-up to a dash, and he already did the dash and the meter was spent.
Yeah.
But really interesting grab type move. If too many things look like they could be command grabs, or they could just be new animations for grabs.
Yeah.
If it is a command grab, that's awesome.
Boom.
And got the ground slam, and he was able to follow it up into Hotaru. Not Hotaru. You know what I mean.
Going for it. Ooh. Yo, this new move from Coconut. Yo,
this giant new move, like, she has so many giant tools.
Oh, well.
Alright, this is Tager stealing Hugo's move. So this is the third Street Fighter stolen move.
Like, where did I go after I bounced? I wonder. Like, where did she go? So deep.
Yeah, they didn't even show the end of the super, or the end of the move rather.
Yeah, so moving from here, she gets thrown,
and then you get hit, you fly up, and then we don't see you come back down.
Yeah, is it like, does he finish the
And it looks like he's about to jump up and do sort of like a Tager command grab, sort of like bring you down move, like always.
And we have Bullet's new move. Gets me so hyped seeing this, but she's dragging Tager's face in the floor and just throwing him. I wonder if it's like a finisher up to after you do cutting share, like a different version of it. Or it's like just a whole new move entirely after you do your drive, or they just change it completely.
Right, yeah, that's the thing. With new versions, you never know what could happen. This could actually just be the same move, but it just works completely differently now, and they changed the animation for it.
Yeah, so it's definitely different. And Kagura, Terami, Celica.
Sort of weird grouping, but it works.
Yeah.
Got Kagura, looking cool as always. Normal stuff. Into DP, only this time he has a follow-up to knock him down.
Yeah.
Like so many people. Terami with the headbutt coming. Really cool looking stage.
Yeah.
So many of these new stages in this game. Like, so many.
Excited to play on these.
Terami overhead. Slam. Little ground bounce canceled it into his special.
Nice. Okay. Celica.
Unfortunately, she has full health, so we can't tell how much health she regains when she cancels her move into this, which is the animation she uses for her healing special, except she used it as a regular move.
Yeah, now we have a bunch of Astrals.
Things you've seen, already seen that. That just makes me wonder if he has like a dash command and then presses a button to follow up with a move. That looks new. I don't know if you've actually, Rachel's ever had that. I never even noticed how big Gi is making the breeze.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
She has like a whole, like, she's just wearing...
Yeah, she has the hood from Tempest Dahlia, but instead of it being all horizontal and cows and pumpkins, it's the Tempest Dahlia happening from like a diagonal upward angle. So that's interesting. Definitely a new move.
Word. Oh my god.
It's like... This is really interesting. This is actually not anything new. I don't know if the symbols are actually part of the move or if this is just the trailer. Because this looks like a regular Lychee move, but because she's in overdrive, she just has the staff following her, so it looks really cool, but don't think this is actually anything new.
Yeah. Cool.
That, however, is very new.
This is the part, well, did we talk about it? I don't think we talked about it. Yeah, we didn't talk
With the timing changing to the number?
Yeah.
We did actually cover that already.
We did?
We did in the early one. This is actually just a different one that does that. Where he starts off in overdrive, and when it connects, his burst turns into the 3.
Alright.
But it's a really cool looking move. I hope it's an overhead. I hope it's fast.
Yeah.
Story scenes, Astrals you've already seen.
And
that was just... Hold on, maybe rewind? Let's try and see what made Hakumen get electrocuted right there. Alright, you could go from here.
No, that's fine.
Alright. Overhead move. Hazama. Story. Alright. I'm not sure, because I don't play them. I'm not sure if Lambda actually had the DP or if New was the only one who was left with the DP. So maybe they gave Lambda back the DP? I don't know if they took it from her though, so I could just be totally wrong on that. More story thing, and then this. What was happening in that, like, 4 frames? Like, it's so hard to rewind just, like, just a second. Alright, that's New versus Lambda. This is the scene. Okay. We have Kokonoe versus Hakumen.
Doing something.
Alright, so, Kokonoe, the background probably looks like it's a super. So I'm gonna assume that Kokonoe has a super lightning. So instead of, like, fireball, she has a super lightning rod kind of move. And that's probably what this is.
Yeah, you can kind of see Hakumen getting shocked.
Yeah, you can see his, like, skeleton, quote unquote.
Yeah, whew, that was hard to actually see.
Whoa, super cool shot of Hibiki's move. Potentially his Astral, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
It could be, because it's cool enough to be his Astral.
Okay. Finding all these hidden things.
Yeah. Yo, so many times we've seen this and we're still finding stuff. Too good. And this is just like the wrap up. Like, nothing we haven't already seen.
I know.
All of this is normal stuff.
Yeah.
You can actually skip forward a little, because this is all just nothingness. Go a little. Oh, keep going. That's all story scenes. You keep going. You could, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, so, like there.
All right. So.
Okay.
It's gonna take a while for this. You don't actually need to worry about this. It's coming soon. The location test will actually be happening the 19th of July until the 21st or the 23rd.
Oh, time to get my tickets to Japan.
So hopefully we get some Japanese people getting that, that GoPro cam out, getting them got a good shot for us. And here's what everyone's talking about.
Dun, dun, dun.
9. Boobs all hanging out. Like, we don't have enough Opie in this game.
Word, but she's on fire. She hot fire. Look at that.
It's like, this is definitely hype. Definitely expected, requested, anticipated. Highlight of the trailer is this split second right here.
And this is what everybody's waiting for.
And yeah, this is what everyone's waiting for.
Well, and one more other character.
Well, let's just get this out the way. Personally, Jubei needs to be in this game. If he's not in this game, I'm personally going to have a lot of problems with a lot of people. And I'm going to have to go to Japan and make some house calls to a few developers of video games, let's just say. But I'm excited for 9. Jubei is soon to follow, I'm sure.
And, okay.
Oh, yeah, you actually get real quick shot. You just saw it there for a second of, like, cat-eyed 9.
Yeah.
Because, for those of you who don't know, in the story, 9 is actually, she's not herself. So this is, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they storyline explain 9's existence in this capacity.
Okay.
But that's a really cool shot.
Word.
People are excited for her. I'm excited for her. But I want Jubei.
And
Laichi.
That concludes our
Alright, where's my character?
breakdown of the BlazBlue Central Fiction.
Alright, we got
trailer.
the news.
So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed, hit the like button.
Whoa.
And, subscribe.
Too much is going on right
There
now.
will be gameplay of this as soon as it comes out.
Oh, shut up.
Word.
And ignoring this up next video
Hey, my character.
of random people, there will be footage of...
Oh, what's that?
Holy
I want to do that. Oh, that looks so
There
dope.
will be footage of Chrono
how they
Phantasm
changed
to
it.
hold you
Okay.
over until CF comes
Oh,
out.
get stomped.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Subscribe. All that good stuff.
Oh.
Alright, later, people.
Bye.